Nice of you to drop in.
Hello people, I am the Real Comic Book Gamer, and today I'm going to be discussing the fact of can Superman be dark or not, because a lot of people complain whenever Superman is in a dark light at all, like Man of Steel or some comics. Just people complain a lot whenever Superman is dark, and I'm here to say that Superman works fine in a dark world. He himself should not be dark. The character of Superman should never be dark in my opinion, but the world he's surrounded in can be dark, because if you look at when Superman first ever appeared, it was very dark, the world he was in. The first thing, the first really crime he stops is when a woman is falsely accused of killing someone, so they're putting her on death row. So Superman goes with proof, and he's like, hey, this woman did not kill this guy. That's dealing with death row. Then, same issue, the next crime he stops is a man beating his wife. None of this is light subject matter. This is not like some, like, hey, you know what, evil man robbing a bank, gotta stop him. This is not like that. This is a man beating his wife. That's big time. And this is the first ever appearance of Superman. This is 1938. It's not like this is new age stuff, like all these new writers changing who Superman is. No, it's not. Superman can he does good when he's in like dark subject matter to me. He does good when he's in light subject matter as well. But to me, Superman himself should always be light. Superman himself needs to be that hopeful figure. But the world he's surrounded in can be whatever you want it to be, pretty much. Like, it can be dark, it can be light, it can be somewhere in the middle. Heck, if you look at Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, the graphic novel written by Geoff Johns, there is this guy called Earthman, and I think they're in the 31st century, is the century of the Legion of Superheroes, and then like 31st or 33rd, something like that. Like, I always lose track. Anyways, this guy called Earthman comes around, and he finds this, this Kryptonian like computer thing that says, hey, Superman wasn't born on Krypton. He's actually from Earth. He's not an alien, he's human. And so everything the Legion of Superheroes have been saying is false. And for those of you who have not read anything about the Legion of Superheroes, basically in that time Superman is a big deal. Like, he had a huge effect on the future. And so when they find out Superman, well, he falsifies that stuff saying Superman's not actually from Krypton, they're able to use that as an excuse to just commit mass genocide on aliens, because they're like, hey, Superman's from Earth, not from Krypton, so he absolutely hated aliens. And so we need to do as Superman did, because, he was the epitome of greatness and was always right, and that's the way they viewed him. And so they're like, hey, we can kill all aliens. So Earthman, who's the main villain in this story arc, he goes and he wipes out all the aliens that he sees, or the ones that have powers he likes. He captures them because his power is sort of like Rogue's. He can take all their powers, except he can combine them. He doesn't just like take one person's powers and then that's it. He can take multiple people's powers and he can retain it for 12 hours. And so the people who he liked their powers, he would keep them captured and like feed them just enough so they'd stay alive, and he would suck their powers. But the rest, he just completely kill. So he pretty much became Hitler in the name of Superman. Yeah, that's not light subject matter at all. That's dark, and that is one of my favorite story arcs. It's so good. My point is that Superman can do well, like, you can have good story arcs with Superman and any type of tone. Superman himself should stay the same, obviously, like, progressing the character in certain ways and stuff, but you know what I mean. Superman himself should stay pretty much the same, and the world around him could be whatever it is you want. It works. Like, to me, Man of Steel Superman was still Superman. People are like, why is it so dark and grim? That's not Superman. That's not the comic books. That's just what people who have this stereotype of comic books in their head, that's how they view it, because they saw the old Christopher Reeve Supermans, and they think, you know what, all comic books are lighthearted and they can't ever be dark, especially Superman. He can't ever be dark, even though in his first ever appearance it was very dark. Just Superman himself was not, and that's one of the reasons I love Superman, the contrast of him to the world he lives in, because you have this bright, shining example of hope in this world that wants nothing to do with him. And that's just what's really cool about seeing Superman. And yeah, I love dark story arcs with Superman. I love light story arcs with Superman. You can do whatever you want, pretty much. Just keep Superman Superman. And that's my thoughts on Superman being dark. So yeah, please let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of like Superman being dark? Does he work? Does he not? What do you guys think? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.